No, you got dog. The
Oh.
dog. So then we can sound like everybody else and not speaker. The dog.
Yes.
Did you change this? No.
Did I change what?
I think it's me. It's all good. Let me zoom in so I can see. Who's this Rustic Ranch Rebellion pinning stuff to the top of our page?
Nero been typing away there. Yes, been hacking our Rumble page.
I like Nero. Have I told you? That's
Yeah,
a
he's
cool
a cool
dude.
guy.
That's a cool
We got to
dude.
send him some sources Monday.
I know.
Okay.
No, his is going out Monday too. I've got a few people going out.
Yes.
Looks like we've got a few. We've got Red Pill Rebel.
Are we live?
Yeah, actually
Okay.
we are.
All
They
right.
said,
Good morning.
Mrs. Pilsung, I think they see me.
Okay,
I
good,
was
good.
in the camera.
Yeah, all right, goody. All right, well, good morning, goeiemorgen.
So then
Busy morning.
Say hello.
Yes, say hello.
Hello. Oh, that's not okay. Red Pill Rebels, Sign of Jonah, Neuro, obviously.
Good
Rustic
morning.
Ranch Rebellion,
Yeah,
Neuro again.
Morning to us. Good morning, self.
Right? And Jamal.
Good morning.
Yes.
Morning. All right. So, I thought today would be a good day, seeing that I'm busy fixing a job that someone else did. It would be a good day to talk about build quality, just like general workmanship and
Reminders,
quality.
tips and tricks.
Yes, and no, just general, because I've seen a few things where workmanship is questionable.
Yes.
But before we do that, I was thinking to myself, because I was watching Ben Dykes this morning, and I had an early phone call, which also made me think of a bunch of things, and then I was listening to the stuff on Ben, and that's the general normal, DFW airport wants to put in foot wash stations and blah blah blah, which royally annoy me, but not you're there. The one that got me a little bit, and just I try and think, and it's not that it got me for anything. I try and put myself in someone's position, because I try and figure out, how this works in your brain. They desecrated the World War II monument, because obviously some people did something, and I try and think to myself, the same with the people that, like, damaged Teslas and things like that. And I'm like, I can't, in my brain, I cannot understand how you are that entitled where you think you can just go around and damage property that belongs to other people, or public property for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how, I don't understand how you take a paint can and like destroy a piece of art.
Yeah.
Because you have a little fucking hissy fit, and now you wanna lash out, but you're too weak to actually go and pick a fight, and get your ass handed to you. So you go and the monument can't fight back. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not gonna.
How long's it been there? How old?
No,
is it?
well, the thing is, a lot of people died, and that is, agree with it or not. I mean, at least respect.
History.
The history. A lot of people. I mean, there was a bunch of people that stormed the beach in Normandy. I promise you that 99.9% of kids born today, or at least anybody under 30 today, okay, won't even have the balls to get on the boat to go to the beach that those guys jumped off and stormed. All right, so I don't. It's like, it makes no sense to me how someone can have so little respect for life and just general decorum by doing something like that. It makes no sense to me. I don't understand it, because that just shows how, people like that should just, if you have camera footage of someone doing that, there should be no trial, there should be no jury, they should get a mandatory 10 years in prison and just be put away. Like, they shouldn't even go to court. They should just, here's the video, you spraying, prison, 10 years, I don't want to see you again.
Flock ones that, it's not correct. One of those actual videos.
Well, I'm sure there's surveillance, on and I, you see, so I have no problem with monuments and things like that being surveilled and you being
Mhm.
told that you're under surveillance. I have
Agreed.
a problem when they, magically stick these things in all kinds of places and you have no choice. And I said something to someone the other day, and this will be the final, so we can start with the maintenance or the workmanship.
You're giving
stuff.
me time to work.
Yes. So people say, oh, but your phone and your earbuds and your new car. And, well, just because you agree to a certain surveillance does not automatically mean you agree to all surveillance.
Mm-hmm.
So just because I agree to Google, yes, fucking track me, bastards. Just because I agree to that because I want to use the product, and it's like it's easy.
Choice.
Yeah, you have no choice. You can use it or you don't have to. You're not forced to use that. You could go buy. You can send a fucking pigeon. Yes, write a letter. But if I want to use this product, that's their terms, and I don't think their terms are particularly good, but that's the choice. Like, you don't get to choose. So you want to use it, then you agree. If you don't, you don't. But I've not agreed to Flock and to all the other stuff. I didn't agree to that.
Not to mention, last I checked, that actually breaks Constitution, which means it's
Yes.
law.
Well, I know, they have this, oh, well, you have no expectancy of privacy. But yes, I understand that. But there's, if there's a single actor taking a video of me in public, is a little different to fucking surveillance.
Yes.
Just saying.
Yes.
Just saying. And I didn't agree to that. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Let me catch up a little bit on chat, and then you can have the mic. Literally. So, sign of Jonah. He does say he gets to go to Alex Jones and trigger them with Shabbat Shalom, Daddy's home. Thanks for reminding me, Neuro. Oh, you're terrible. I like it. So the guys are having fun. We've got 17 George and someone from down under, Dingo Dan.
Good day, mate.
And Salty Grower.
All right.
It's Cam. Hey.
Jeez, it's like the whole gang is here. Yeah.
Take off their heads, and that's me being benevolent. Yes.
I'm trying to not say publicly execute, because maybe that we just put them in prison.
I like off with their head, Cam. Thank you.
Yes.
That is my favorite. They do the damage because they think they can get away with it. That's exactly the problem. Salty just turned 30. I would give my life for my family and liberty.
Yep, okay. Exactly.
Progman, happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Y'all stop it. I like it. Andy Pearson, good morning.
Good morning.
We got all the cool kids in today. And Bright Gaming, Hong Kong from Canada. Madame Guillotine needs dusting off.
Yes, right. I just heard something that apparently Ron DeSantis has given 17 death sentences.
Nice.
I just heard something like that, and I was like, man, is that right? Now, I don't know, maybe he commuted them. I don't know. Okay. I don't think commuted, because last I checked, I don't think does the governor give the death sentence? Because I don't know how that works. But anyway, I just heard something. Ron DeSantis, 17 death sentences. I just heard that yesterday somewhere on. So you guys know I'm in a lot of chats all over. So somewhere someone mentioned that.
Yep.
So.
But Jim says flock cameras will be connected to data centers. They are for surveillance and control.
Yep, exactly. And, don't be too surprised if you like those things and suddenly there's a social credit score assigned to you. Yes. And then suddenly your interest rates go up. Or maybe if you're a good commie, they go down, But they're definitely changing behavior, that's for sure.
Yes.
I wanted to say that there was a very good debate yesterday on Viva's channel, late, like 6
Last night,
Central, around 6 Central. And there was one guy called Harrison. He was debating against data centers, flock cameras, and stuff like that. And there was another guy, I want to say Jameson. I don't like him, so I didn't remember his name. But, I don't... And we're going completely off topic.
No, we're going to come back. We will circle back. Gotta say hellos.
I don't have a problem if you are for something and you defend it and debate it, and that's fine, because everybody is allowed an opinion. No. That's perfectly okay. But to just categorically deny evidence to push your narrative. So, and I'll give you an example where I was working So I had my headset on, I was working, and I had to stop and go and put shit in the chat because this guy made me so upset.
I asked him, are you going to go chat real quick?
Yeah, I'm on a ladder, like hands in the roof, and I'm like, man, I've got to go say something about this. And I've got to haul off the ladder, take my gloves off, type. And what the Harrison guy said is, Harrison Smith. Okay, so what he was saying is, flock cameras are being erected at gun ranges. And I added in my chat, I said weed stores. I saw some. Now, I'm not a weed guy. I don't do the drug thing, but you know what? Whatever blows your hair back. And if it's legal, like I don't really drink. I mean, I don't remember the last time we had a drink, but I have no problem if you go and enjoy your alcohol and you go to a liquor store. I don't think they should put a flock camera in front of a liquor store. I think that's bullshit. I mean, we got some here by Lowe's, and I almost want to like take pictures of them and tag them and say, you know, that's going to be a pity that I can't do business with you anymore until these things are gone. No, it's bullshit. But you know, and with Lowe's, I suspect it's to monitor the workers because, you know, and someone said something, and this is going to go another fucking rabbit hole, but you know, that was in the same debate where I think it was Harrison was saying that we can find the illegals. These people are getting, you know, the kids are in schools, they're getting fucking welfare. There's all kinds of shit that they're doing. Okay, so they can be found. They don't want to be found. Now, I wonder how much of this stuff they're doing is going to be used to, how can I say, basically leverage them into doing things that certain people want them to do.
For sure.
You know, it's just when you put an axe against someone's neck because of, you know, so we're going to deport you unless, you know, you
do what we want.
You do whatever it is. Yes. So they're not getting them out because that is a wrench they now have to do specific things with, just in my opinion.
The way I asked.
But anyway, so this guy was like, well, if they are allegedly placed, and I'm like, what? The actual fuck? Like, it's not allegedly. These people are not maybe kind of sort of, you know, someone somewhere, rumor, kids' playgrounds, swimming pools, gun ranges. No. It's like the pictures are there.
That gun range people are video.
Yes,
it was
video.
The lawyer who
Yes,
took the video.
You know, it's there.
Pissed.
Like, so I don't. You see, and then when you do that, then I don't trust anything you say because now you're lying.
Yep.
And we can have a debate, and you can say, well, you know, they only read license plates. Even if they had a gun range, they only read license plates. So you can, but you cannot say, well, if they allegedly, that is bullshit because you know now you're lying, and once you lie, it's over. I can't when you lie, you know, I can understand when someone has a different point of view. I don't see that as a lie. I just see like, you know, you have a different opinion on how something is working. I might not agree with that opinion, but when you blatantly lie, I don't trust you, and that I just lost like my fucking cool right now. I was like, nah. And you know, when you hear that, then I'm like, yeah, these things should not be anywhere.
No.
Like, they should all be chopped down. They should all be removed because those are the people that will fucking abuse that system, and they'll gaslight you.
Yep.
They'll gaslight you into believing that they are not malicious, malevolent. That's it. Sorry, I'm not English, so I have problems with words sometimes. Big words confuse me.
The African married the English girl.
Yes.
No,
yes.
it's the American.
Yes.
I just speak the same language.
Yes. Well, it's not quite the same.
I know.
So how do you leave the vowels out of words when you talk?
It's just vowels that are not necessary.
Yes, but how do you leave them out in your spoken words?
I don't.
I'm just being nonsense. Sorry.
I speak better than that. And we actually had this whole debate of people and their lack of ability
talking about quality.
Pronunciate.
Talking about quality.
Put the right emphasis on the right syllable.
So I had a call from a very well-known established corporate yesterday. We use a little bit of their software in our accounting. That might give you a clue. And the questions, I was like, listen, man, why are you asking me all these questions? No, I need to understand your business. Why do you need to understand my business? No, to make sure you're on the right software. Okay, why? I've picked the software. I tell you what I do. I use it for this, this, and this. You tell me if I've got the right software. You don't have to understand anything in my business. No, but that's my job. Yes, your company pays you. You do not work for me. So you go and pound sand with all that bullshit. And then the words coming and they do that nasal. Oh, Oh, when that was starting, I was like, listen, man, can you speak properly so we like talk like adults to each other? And you know, when they, what was the word I gave you yesterday? When they can't pronunciate words properly, that really fucking gets under my skin. Yeah. Anyway.
So we have a Rumble rant.
Okay.
By the way, you may know this person. SS Grunt.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
Good morning.
are you familiar?
I am.
Says good morning and happy Red Friday. It is Red Friday.
It is Red Friday. Maybe that's why the monument thing got me as well.
It could
because
be.
Red Friday. I was just pissed when I heard that.
RED spells red, but it is also an acronym, which means remember everyone deployed. These little people who have these little, twirly skirts, whether it's boys or girls, I don't know, but that scream and shout really loud, they should go try that deployment thing for like a minute and go see how they feel, I think.
Yeah, the whole
maybe it would help them.
Media thing complaining about the ships and stuff, that's such bullshit.
Yes, it is. Yes,
anyway,
it is.
it's all propaganda.
Thank you, Grunt.
Yes,
that
thank
is
you very much.
Nice of you. So we do have a little bit more chatting.
Okay,
Red
get
Pill
through
Rebel,
the chat and
Red
then we'll...
Pill Rebel.
Good morning.
You already said hello. Lowe's has flock cameras in my town. I will never shop there again.
Well, we are a little restricted. We have 20 miles from us.
Yep.
Is it 20, 25?
25, yes. 25 minutes-ish.
Yeah, 20 minutes at like 85.
Well, I'm just saying.
No, I'm saying it's 20 minutes away.
It's just over technically.
Yes, but it's like 25 miles from us. We have a Lowe's 25 miles from us, and then 8 miles from us we have an Ace that's like this big.
Yes.
They have most of the stuff they don't have.
It's a
it's
problem.
it's just a little hardware. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them.
Yeah.
It's just they don't like. I needed a lot of a specific thing, and like they just don't have it.
No.
So
and we've tried a couple times.
So I can drive to Lowe's 25 minutes away. My other option is order on Amazon. But
I was going to say we would have to do more.
Yes,
Amazon.
but I can't. It doesn't always come on time.
Yeah.
So I gotta. That's why I actually didn't get it on Amazon. And we drove there. Nicole needed some change. So
I took the kids in the car yesterday.
Yes, the kids had fun.
Driving along in my automobile.
And
I never break away during the week either.
It's hard to choices are limited. So I don't want to tell Lowe's to like fuck off, and then there's a picture of me. Right? Well, then there's a picture of me driving into Lowe's and buying stuff, and they're like, "Oh, we see you," because that would happen to me.
Right.
It's like, "Oh, this guy said he's not using us anymore. Apparently,
let's just share it."
Yes, apparently he's using us. Thank you for your support. Or they'll just say, "Thank you, we appreciate your support," with pictures of me shopping there. It's like, no, I'm not doing that. All right, so. Can we finish the chat?
You got a couple of more hellos, and then you got to actually speak. Okay, quit. Did we say hi to Polish Dog? Did we say hi
No,
to
we
Polish
did not.
Dog?
Good morning.
There was somebody else.
Maybe we should just say rant stream today.
Right.
Friday rant stream.
I will not go through everything, but everybody's chatting, and I absolutely love you guys chatting. Sith, good morning.
Good morning, Sith.
There was somebody else, I swear. Salties for tits.
Okay, good morning. So yes, my kids. So salty zipper, those things. Yes. Good morning.
Those things. That's why you need to keep your hands. Don't pick up your hands, guys.
Yes, or your eyes, because you can't. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Go ahead. All right. So, I worked as an apprentice at Siemens Telecommunications when I was just finished, kind of out of school and stuff, and I think the artisans those days were really good guys because they kind of handed your butt to you for a lot of things, but they taught us some really good principles in work, and not so much the work ethic. I don't think you can really teach work ethic, but you can teach skills.
Yes.
Ethic is kind of a personal thing, so you either take pride.
Be ingrained.
Yes. Well,
you have to do
well, it's not just you. Your parents kind of ingrain work ethic in you because they'll get you, like our kids. We try and get them up same time every day. Now they sleep a little later than I would like, but they still up early. I think compared to a lot of kids, they get up at about 6:30, 6:45. But they get up same time every day, and then they go to bed at night, and they've got certain things they've got to do. So I think, work ethic, showing up, getting up, we don't let our kids sleep in at all.
No.
Like they do not sleep in, not even on a Sunday. Like they get no days of sleep in. They have to get up every day, certain time. They've got to do certain things, and that will translate hopefully into their work ethic as they grow up. So work ethic, you can't really, I don't think, teach that per se, but you can teach skills. And I was fortunate enough to have worked with a couple of really good skilled, like hands-on artisans. And one of the things why I tell you the story is one of the things the one guy told me, and I'll never forget him. He was probably as close to a mentor as I ever had. Although there were a couple of things that could have been done better, like a lot of alcohol was consumed at some point.
That was on purpose.
Yes.
So you got to learn that too.
Yes. I would prefer my kids not do that, killing the brain cells.
They don't see it.
But you always used to say, it's interesting that there's never time to do a job right, but there's always time to do a job over. And I'm busy fixing a job now, which is why I would like to. Yeah, you can just fill mine up. I don't have to finish it. But I'm busy working on a job. So, and it's not completely the guy's fault. It was something different. And he did try and help a little bit, but only a little bit. But I'm fixing a job that someone did for us. And the whole thing didn't really work. And the way I kind of suggested it should be done wasn't followed, so now I'm ending up fixing it. So when you have to fix a job, it takes 2 to 3 times as long as just doing the job, because now you got to work around all the fuck ups. You can't just start from scratch, so you either tear it down and start again, or you try and double the cost, or you try and work around. And as a business person, I've had numerous businesses and things. You always find that someone will try and pay less for a job, i.e., cheaper, but it doesn't always mean better quality. So I've had it many times where people have gone and done a job on whatever, and then they come to you and they're like, oh, now I got trouble because the guy I used not that good. So but now instead of having $100 instead of paying $100 or $150 for a $150 job, they paid $75 and got screwed basically. So now they only have $75 left, but they still want you to do a $150 job. The problem is the $150 job is now not a $150 job anymore. Now it's a $250 job because you've got to go fix the fuck up the previous guy made. So now you can do the $250 job for $75 because that's all the customer has left. And then they get upset with you if you don't want to do the job, because you're like, well, no, now it's a complete fucking disaster. Now, so give you just a stupid example. If you, and I had some automotive shops and stuff like that. So if you charge a guy $500, change his air conditioning compressor, it's summer, so it's hot, and it's like, my aircon broke. I need to say, okay, you need a new compressor. So the whole job, gas, the whole fucking lot, $500. And he's like, oh, I don't have 500. So he goes to another guy, pays $200, and the guy basically sticks a bunch of goo in the circulation pipes to block whatever is going on, and not, and added some wrong viscosity oil. Because he's trying to make the compressor noise go away, and strip the bolt on the compressor. So now the whole thing works for 3 days and then fucking stops. And now the guy goes to that guy, and that guy's like, yeah, fuck off. Blackaway's just gone, because a lot of times they use in South Africa. There's guys next to the road that would do this stuff, and they just like not good. But anyway, now they come back and they're like, oh man, like this thing now is not working still. And you like look and you're like, no, dude. When I quoted you, that was not what your car looked like. Like that was not what I quoted you on. Yes, what did you do? Money. Like, okay, but now I have to remove a strip bolt. I have to probably put a helicoil, which is a thread inside of a thread that you have to like drill a bolt out, and then you got to tap it, and then you got to put a helicoil in so you can get the strip bolt out and like shit like that. And now you got to probably flush the whole fucking system. So now you're in for a lot more expenses, and if it's the wrong goo, you're probably gonna have to take equipment out and fucking wash it, and anyway. But now the guy's only got, the balance of whatever you quoted him. So he had 500, he was going to save 300, pay that guy 200. Now he's got 300 left, and now he wants you to do the job because now he's crying. 9 out of 10 times, you just get screwed by that guy because you do the job as best you can, and anything goes wrong, and then it's your fault, and he badmouths you. And the problem when you're a brick and mortar is they can find you. So if you're a brick and mortar business, like you have an address, so it's easy to put. They can't say, Joe next to the road. Don't stop at that guy because nobody knows Joe. But when they say, like Biltong USA, it's like, oh yeah, those fuckers, I know them. Because
those fuckers that sell expired products that we've never sold. We got one of those.
Anyway. So, workmanship and quality is fundamental to being a good artisan. So it is a matter of pride. And one of the other reasons why I wanted to bring this up is I've seen some of the new built houses. Yeah, and the quality and shit on that. And I made a comment on it that was in X or something, and I said, how's that illegal labor? Paying off so far, because that's the problem. They bring. Well, the problem is so I'm pretty familiar with this, because what happens is people here are surprised. You go to like Home Depot, and then there's people there waiting for jobs, and people are like, oh, this, we've had that in South Africa for as long as I can remember, because we have a lot of unemployment and a lot of unskilled labor. So there's always laborers at the hardware stores, certain roads, you can go there, there's going to be a couple of laborers. So what you do is you drive up, and then you slow down, and then like a bunch of them jump in the road because they want work, and then you speed up and you see who can run. Because if the guy can run, he can mow the lawn. So you see who can run, and the first 3 that get your car, you say, okay, you 3, everybody else fucks off, and you chase them away. And then you talk to those 3, and you see who understands you. And whichever one, and then you watch them, and you're like, all right, yeah, I think you are okay. You're not gonna fucking rob me and stab me and do stupid shit. You get in my car, you guys. And then the other guys, oh, but boss, no, you fuck off now. I've got this guy. Okay, thank you. Till next time. And then you take the guy to your house, and he mows your lawn, and you like dig a fucking trench with him, and you do stuff. So, and that 9 out of 10 times works out pretty good, because the guy's hungry, wants to fucking work so he can eat, and you have got a job you want to do. So he gets the job, he gets some money. All of it is there's no taxes. Yeah, there's no taxes. You pay the guy direct, and off he goes. So so that kind of shit is very normal. To me, what's wrong? Camera off again.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff is normal to me.
That's weird that this thing's doing that.
Yeah, we should. You know what? No, but
that.
you know what? It probably had an upgrade, and it's screen timer, because I switched the screen timer off, and the screen timer is probably.
It's not screen time.
Okay. Anyway, sorry.
That should work. Thanks for telling me. I am seeing ish.
So that kind of stuff is very normal to us now. To me, as a South African, that's like how you operate, and you pay the guy under the table, and I mean, there's no real. You just assume whoever's there, is South African, because there's probably a lot of like Zimbabweans, but it doesn't matter. You just want a guy that can come do some work, know. But here, okay, it's a lot different. And when I came over on that metal bird thing, because people ask me, no, I didn't swim here. People ask me, how did you get here? I'm like, in a plane, in an airplane.
Oh, they always, and they ask, and they mean it.
Yes.
They mean, how did you get here? It's interesting.
Yes,
when
in an airplane, and then you can see the annoyance. But I did a lot of thinking coming over. And one of the things that I said was, I don't want to do the same thing and make the same mistakes as in South Africa, because obviously what I did there didn't work, because the country fucking sucks. Okay, it's a beautiful country, don't get me wrong, but working, living, general stuff is not good. Okay, like all commie countries, not good. So you permanently fear for your safety and shit like that. So I don't want that here. So if I don't want what is going on in South Africa here, I should do things differently here. So we make 100% sure we do not employ illegal labor.
Nope.
We do not employ anybody that doesn't have a social. We do not employ anybody that we cannot verify, and stuff like that. We really try our best to make sure. Now, have we had contractors that work for us that might employ illegals? Maybe.
Yes, and that's hard. That's more out
Well,
of our
well, the
control.
thing
It's
is, I can't.
extension.
Yeah, I can't
We put trust
dictate
in
to
the person,
if I
and then
hire a contractor and he sends someone like
Yes.
and I don't have any
We
evidence.
questioned a few times.
Well, yeah, but also
like,
I don't have evidence that that guy is
no,
illegal
I know,
or doesn't have a work
I
permit or
know.
whatever. So I mean, that's the contractor's business, and I try and do as much work as I can
Yes.
myself. But I'm only one person, so I can only do
And
so
we
much.
may not call the contractor back, and we've
Yes,
done that.
well, we've done that where we just haven't called the contractor back.
They finished the job we had agreed on
Yes.
because we did agree, and we're very hard to back away once we set terms, we agree, because there's nothing wrong per se with that person. It's just what else he's doing on the side.
Well,
So
I'll give
he
you an
seems
example.
fine.
So, and I think I've spoken about this on stream before. We used to have a gardener.
Yeah.
And the day he told me he was illegal, I asked him to leave. The day
Yeah.
and the American guy who we then got was cheaper and better quality. So,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean it's illegal, it's cheap.
Yes, that
All right.
too.
And I didn't like that guy. I didn't know he was illegal. I mean, I was like, so because I was trying to
Well,
question
but he
him.
came out of nowhere, and he just said, "I used to do the lawn at this place. Would you like me to continue?
Yes,
I know the area. I know the house.
Yeah, and I do
know
this
the...
house, that house, that house, that house.
And he
I'm
did.
like,
He did
okay,
a lot
yeah, he
of
did
the
a lot
area. I mean, he wasn't.
And I mean,
lying.
after that, I phoned ICE. I actually phoned CBP and I said, hey, there's a guy who's working in the gardens here. He's illegal, and nothing happened. That was Obama era.
Yeah, he was still there. Oh, is that where the foot traffic? No, that was after. That was Biden era.
Yes.
With the foot traffic.
Yeah, we
increased.
so we had illegal laborers, Obama. Then Trump came. Then that, for the most part, disappeared. I didn't see that guy. He disappeared. I don't know where.
Did.
Yeah. So then Trump, and then Biden came, and then suddenly we just had people like that
Flooding
shouldn't
the
be.
Streets.
Yes, like walking around everywhere.
That's not a walking
and
area.
that area never had
No
that.
sidewalks.
No.
Yeah, it's not a walking
Yes, and
area.
then Trump coming back, that suddenly disappeared again.
Yeah,
like at our old store, we didn't have a lot of like walk through. People drove, but not like walk through. And then just suddenly we had all these people, and the electric scooters, lots of them running around with very kind of
shortish, very tanned,
very tan, spend a lot of time in the sun or something.
A lot of time in the sun.
Yes.
They had good
lots
vitamin
of them
D.
around. Good vitamin D. Yeah. Anyway, so the workmanship, if you're artisan, you can watch someone do a job, even if you don't know how the job is done, and you can see the quality. And I mentioned on another stream earlier, I said, when people don't strip things to paint or fix or do whatever, and they just kind of work around shit, it really fucking grinds my carrot, because I know that it's not the right way.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes even, taking something apart before you paint it or whatever, that is faster than taping it. And I find a lot of the jobs that people do get to like 95% complete.
Mm-hmm.
They never really finish them. So there's always like finishing off work to do, which comes to quality. So something that I've found with some of the contractors that I've used, and just as a general, is a lot of people do not do quality control.
No.
So I'm used to, and I mean, I worked in kind of bigger corporate type environments, but we did a lot of site builds. So we built a lot of radio sites for, the likes of like AT&T and Vodafone and those in Africa.
Yeah.
But, you kind of have inspection points. So, you go and let's say the foundation is being thrown. So you'll go and inspect it before you put the concrete down. You go check the rebar. Now something, and I'm sure a lot of people don't know this, but if any of your rebar sticks out of your concrete, it will fucking rust. So you cannot have rebar sticking outside of the concrete. It has to be encased in the concrete, because if one little piece of rebar sticks out, that starts rusting, and then that rust, like cancer, eats, and it'll go through the whole
everywhere
concrete block
and then
eventually.
It's all,
So in 20 years time or 30 years or however long it takes for this stuff to rust away, it'll be gone. So you cannot have concrete outside of your or rebar, steel sticking out of it. That's why when you buy, and I mean, I didn't see them in South Africa. I didn't work with that specific thing, but I've watched the people. Yeah, you get those little plastic caps, and then your rebar actually gets mounted in the concrete, so the caps stick out. So the plastic, which basically nothing will happen to the plastic. It's not gonna rot away, so that it can lift this structure off the ground, and you can actually encase this whole thing. So when someone knocks a rebar into the ground and then put concrete around it, wasting your fucking time. Can't do that. All right, you have to have it off and encased in the concrete. So if you've got one little edge sticking out into the sand, it will eventually rust away. So quality control is very important to keep the quality of the job and the workmanship up. Now, sometimes, i.e. cities, they use quality control as a cudgel to beat you. So that's not the quality control I'm talking about.
Yes.
I'm talking about actual job checks at certain points. It's like before you close your wall, you want to make sure your plumbing doesn't leak. Quality control. You know what I'm saying?
Let me look at it.
Yes.
I want to look at it.
Yes, that's what the city does. Yeah, that looks fine.
I'm going to check the temperature.
Yes. Oh, that fucking got me, man. But
Quality control.
yeah, so in a commercial kind of retail store, if you have a hand wash basin, the basin cannot exceed 105 degrees Fahrenheit
Yes.
on the hot faucet, and it has to take like a minute to get there.
Yeah.
So this is all very, and you got to put certain things in to make sure that your temperatures run and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so I checked this. I've got a fucking probe. I'm running the water. I'm checking the temp, making sure I'm like at 104, because you cannot exceed 105. So 103, 104, running it a long time. Then you switch it off, you let it cool down. Tomorrow you run it again, you check time, okay, it's like 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 59 seconds, we good. We like, because now you got to jack up your fucking heater, your water heater,
To get there.
to get there. So you got to so I set it at like 135, and it's like, nope, it has to go up. So 145, nope, it has to go up. So I ended up at 165. So my water heater was running at 165 in order for my faucets
That's why
to
that
hit.
one basin was so hot.
Yes, for the faucet to hit 105 in a minute. You know what I'm saying? So the other solution is put more water heaters closer.
Yes.
Or put a big one, and then you got to fucking jack up anyway. We walk in, the health department for the inspection. Opens faucet, sticks pulse under faucet. And like checks watch. Yeah, it's about a minute. That's about 105. Oh, you have no idea. But I was like, just bite that tongue if you want to open your doors.
So another thing with
Woo!
quality control, speaking of, and this is commercial kitchen back in the day, they have these water checks. What was that water check called? It's for the
Backflow.
backflow. Thank you. Jody, if you're around, you may know. Anybody else who's worked in commercial kitchen somewhere, backflow's a thing. We had no backflow areas.
Yes.
Like there was no backflow in our kitchen. Everything went
So
down and
basically,
through the
yes.
pipes.
So basically, a backflow is anywhere where you have a faucet connected to water. So like some of the dishwashers, okay, keep water in them.
Mhm.
Like our commercial one next door,
Yeah.
keeps water in it. Now, if there's a negative pressure in the water system, it could suck the
sewage or whatever
the
into it.
dirty water back into the water system
Yeah.
and contaminate it. So they want backflow protection.
Yes, yes.
We had none of that.
We had none of that, and we
so
told
so
them
a basin with a faucet is not backflow.
no. It needs to have a pipe into
Yes,
it.
it has to. So like if you have a dish, like
buckets.
I've got a dishwasher here, it empties.
Yes.
Like there's no water in it. My other one, the bigger one, that actually keeps water in it. So if there would be, but it's not connected. So the sprayers are at the top.
Yes, it's still not connected.
So it's still not connected. The sprayers are at the top where it sprays the water out. So if there was like a pipe into the water reservoir where it pumps water in, and it could suck that water up, that's what the backflow's for.
Mop basins is pretty common in those, in some of the setups. Ice machines, pretty
Yes,
common in
ice
those.
machine would be one.
So those were the things they had
Soda
asked
machines
us,
would
soda
be another
machines.
one.
These were the things we were asked about. We don't have any of them. All of our stuff Anton had configured and set up. We did everything for it. So we had none of the stuff. We had to get this backflow check off every 3 years, I think it was.
Every 2 years.
2 years, whatever it was. So the first time, perfectly fine. We even told the guy, I don't know why you're coming because we don't have anything. The second time, he comes and tells us that our water heater has lead in it. Remember?
Yes.
You know, the brand new water heater?
So the pipes, yeah, the pipes. So he comes.
Bringing up stories.
Man. So anyway, so we get just randomly from the city, like 4 years
Just notice.
in.
Yeah.
Like, no, you must do a backflow check. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I don't know. No, this is a new thing. I'm like, okay. Like, I don't know. Are we not grandfathered? No, everybody must do it. I'm like, okay, I don't know what this is. I have no idea. Okay, you must get it done. So anyway,
Just figure it out.
Yeah. Fortunately, we were on speaking terms with one guy, and he's like, dude, I know, everybody's complaining.
As a neighbor.
Yes. So he says, just phone these guys. So anyway, so we get a hold of this guy, but it's like very fly by night.
Yes.
Like it's very, it's not like you can just, phone someone like a plumber and say, okay, listen, man, it's like the plumbers don't know how to do this.
Nobody knows.
It's like some fucking weird, it's almost like the asbestos inspections.
Yes.
It's like a buddy thing, I'm sure.
100%.
Anyway, so he's like, just phone this guy. So it's like $150.
Yep.
All right. So I'm like, fuck yeah, more money.
Per suite.
Per suite, yes. So we got five suites. So it's 150 per suite.
Per
So anyway, so the 3 suites we used the storage. I just told him there's no fucking water. There.
We turned off the water.
Yes, and
There's
then
no
so the
water.
other 2. So anyway, so we told him, but we didn't have a lot of basins and a lot of stuff going on. So he just charged us 150. But the first time he came, which was 2 years prior,
yeah,
that's when I got a hold of him, and I'm like, dude, I don't know what this is. And he's like, no, and so he explains it. So I'm like, yeah, that's bullshit. That's like,
Not
we don't
just
have that.
We don't have that.
We don't have any of that. Yes, but you got to. I'm like, dude, we don't have whatever it is. You guys are chef. We don't do that. We don't have it. It's not. So anyway, so he didn't charge us that year.
Yes.
He just gave us a letter and said, yeah, these guys don't have any of that shit. So anyway, so I'm like, all right, buried and gone. And then 2 years later, this pops up, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Well, we just did this. And like, no, it's every 2 years. I'm like, okay, well, that's new shit. Anyway, so he comes back. Then we had to pay the 150, but then he checks our water heater and he says, no, there's lead in the pipes. I'm like, what are you talking about?
It's impossible.
Yeah, I'm like, no, it's not possible.
It's brand new.
Yeah, it's brand new. I mean, we just put it in like a couple of years ago. He's like, well, so I'm like, what's the chances that your kit is faulty? So he's like, no, he'll check. I'm like, okay, because I'm very much doubting that this is a thing. I said, but just on that note, you checked me 2 years ago. Same setup, except we've now expanded. So he checked us just before I think we expanded, as we were expanding.
It was after the expansion.
Was it after? Okay.
That's when it started.
So, but anyway, so I said, you checked us 2 years ago. And we had no issue. And now suddenly we have an issue. So it's either from somewhere else. It's not my stuff. It's coming from somewhere, i.e. somewhere in the building, which I'm going to have a word with the landlord. But now you're busy working, and now you got this thing over your head.
And emergency lead.
Yes, emergency lead. So now you don't know, is the city going to shut us down? What's going to happen? Because we don't know. So anyway, after about a week of stress, he comes back. Oh no, his kit was faulty. Because I told him, you tested it too. Did you do the same test 2 years ago? Yes. Okay, so why was there no lead then? Like, it should be consistent, right? I mean, it's not like I went and snuck some lead in. I'm like, oh, I'm going to fuck with people. Like, open the water heater and threw a block of lead in there and closed it. It's like, not how that works.
Man. Yeah, I got the man.
Yes. Fucking hell. Anyway.
So workmanship,
yes.
Paying attention to detail, knowing if your equipment works or not. All of these things are actually important.
Yes, and also, to have a record of the prior, work you've done, so you can reference it and see, okay, well, I've been here and this is what I got. Did anything change, or is it still the same? And it's there are processes, and I would highly recommend if you do some quote unquote R&D to document your process.
Yes.
Just so you know what you've done. So you can take the bugs out of it wherever they are, and then redocument and keep a process flow document just to make sure you keep your quality up. But just general, you can do a job really shitty, or you can do a job really well, and the result on the job, being if it works or not, could be the same, but one would look really nice and another one would look really shitty. And I remember when I was in apprentice school, so we did a hand skill type thing, and this guy explained to us, so on the old lawnmowers you used to have a handle that you pulled up, and then when you pull it up, the lawnmower engages, and then you can mow the lawn. And his thing broke, so he opened it and he rebuilt the inside, basically the little brackets and things. They were all probably worn out, maybe metal but worn out. So he made new little things, and he said, I deburred. So you know, when you drill a hole, it makes a little burr on it. So he deburred the holes, and he like filed off all the sharp edges so it looks real nice, and he closed it. He says, and you know what? Nobody will ever see the job I did inside that little box because it's not exposed. He says, but someday someone might open it. And when he opens it, he's going to say, you know, the guy that did this job really knew what he was doing. And that's what I took that, I listened to that, and I always thought to myself, no matter the job, no matter if someone sees it or not, it should always be at the best of your ability. And if you're not happy with something, redo it. Make sure that the quality is high. And that is, I don't think, something that is instilled in all cultures equally. As a Western culture, I think is the best way to state that. As a Western culture, quality is very high on our list.
Yes.
Okay, this is not the case for everyone, just FYI. And especially not for people outside of your culture. A lot of cultures don't care about people outside of their cultures.
Yes.
So be careful who you allow in.
Right. No, but the biggest thing for me is I struggle to say a job is complete until it is complete, intact, like done correctly. Yes. And I know for sure it's not going to fail on me.
Yes, yes.
Maybe it's an internal thing. I have issues, but
no, I think it's a cultural thing.
It could be.
You know, it's just pride in one's work, you know.
I'll catch up on Chad in just a second, but I do have to share something with you. So Cole's towing. Good morning. Been a minute.
Good morning, Cole.
He was mentioning that we are a tad fuzzy and wondering if anybody else was experiencing this. Cole's, we are both from the 1900s. We're taking you back a little bit. Fuzzy TV. Okay? Enjoy fuzzy TV.
Oh, we fuzzy.
I think we just got to work on this setup, which we will. We'll go and get it better.
All right.
But it is time for YouTube to go away.
Okay. Bye-bye, YouTube.
You didn't know. And maybe when I have only Rumble, it can look better.
Yes.
But YouTube, like, share, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to. Otherwise, come to the Cool Kids in Rumble with Rustic Ranch, and then do that same stuff, like repost and comment. Those do matter. So everybody in chat, please do that now. I would greatly appreciate it. And buy some biltong with code RRR from biltongusa.com.
Yes, the pirate code RRR.
10% off of your biltong. All right, YouTube.
It could be that the lenses